Hello. It is Sunday now. Evening. It's Sunday evening. I really haven't done much today. But tonight is the Oscars, and tonight are the Oscars. Tonight is the Oscars, and the student house is throwing like an Oscar watching party, and it starts at 11 p.m. And I'm sure it's gonna go very, very late. But it should be fun. I don't have classes tomorrow, so I can sleep in and then get up and do homework, and I don't really have to worry about like getting up in the morning. So I'm gonna go. My little group of friends, we are all making ballots, and then whoever gets the most right, I don't know, we'll get something. But we're basically just doing it for fun. We'll just pick out who we think is gonna win what. So, yeah, I'm just gonna, not for a few hours still, so I'm just gonna relax and maybe clean up a little. So it's Monday afternoon now. I didn't get home from the Oscar watching party until about 6 a.m. and then I just went to sleep and got up around noon, and I am taking, I'm sure I've said this before, but I'm taking a class titled Environmental Crisis in Literature and Film. So for our class tomorrow, we had to watch Erin Brockovich, so I just watched that and then like took a shower and yeah, it's basically my day so far. I'm starting to feel like the first like tiny little twinges of homesickness. It's nothing bad. I've certainly had way worse. Like when I first moved to college, it was really, really horrible. But yeah, it's unavoidable. And compared to some other people that I've talked to, I know that I have it pretty good, because I know that other people are like really homesick and really like culture shock and all of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's certainly not that bad, and it's certainly not to the point where I want to go home. So yep, I'm just gonna get dressed. I have Danish class tonight, so I'll go to that, and then I have class in the morning. So yep, it's pretty exciting. Hello. So today is Wednesday, which means I don't have class. So I slept in this morning. Oh, there's a hair. Okay. And today I'm going to register for exams, because it's in Denmark, you don't just like automatically show up for the scheduled time. Like you have to sign up for it, and also more often than not, actually, there's more than one option to take an exam, because like some classes are 5 credits. It's the equivalent of 2.5, and some are 10, but like one person, like 2 people can be in the same class, and one be taking the class for 10 credits and one be taking it for 5. So you have to sign up for your exams accordingly. And like some exam options you don't get a grade for, you just get pass or fail, which is basically just active participation, so you have to be there and then give a presentation. And then some you get a grade for, which is like writing a paper or giving an oral presentation or like a written exam or something like that. Anyway, it's a lot different than any other education system. So I have to register for my exams, and then after that, I have quite a bit of work to do for class, because I was super lazy this weekend. But I think I'm going to go into the city center and find a like small independent coffee shop that I haven't been to before, because one of my favorite things in the world besides small independent bookstores are small independent coffee shops. So I'm gonna go find one and take all my homework and just like settle in and get a coffee and do some homework and be productive, because I haven't been productive past several days. So I'm gonna go get shit done. So yeah. It is Wednesday afternoon now, and I've had a really great day. I went to this, well, I signed up for my exams first, which was super easy and very quick, and then I went to the city center and sat in a coffee shop and worked on homework. I didn't get as much homework done as I wanted to because the internet was not working there, so I just read a lot. I have to read Why Did Sargasso Sea by Tuesday, and I read about half of it, so like that's good. And then I just kind of wanted to walk around the city a little bit more. Like, I've been to the city center several times, but I haven't explored all of it and like gone in all the stores that I want to. So right next to the coffee shop was this store called shoot, what was it called? I'm gonna try and look it up. Okay, I looked it up on Google Maps and it's called Cinnaroop. It's basically like Cinner up. And I just kind of went into it like just because it was super nice out and I wasn't ready to come back to my room. So I went in, and the first floor was like decor kind of stuff. Like there was this little section of like Danish flags, and then like just a ton of decor, like pillows and just a ton of cool stuff. And then there was an escalator, so I went up the escalator. The second floor was like all this cool cooking stuff, and like for me to be impressed with a cooking store is super rare, because I just don't really like cooking. I like baking, but I don't like cooking. So the second floor of this place was huge, and there was so much cool cooking stuff, and I just like had I'm talking really fast. I had such a fun time looking around, and there was some really unique stuff. So it was just really cool. And then there's a third floor. So on the third floor there was just more like home furnishings stuff, which was still really fun to look at. But there's no way I could ever buy any of that, first of all, because it's really expensive, and second of all, I'm never gonna bring it home. So that was really cool. And then I went, I walked around for a little while more along the river, and there's not as much shopping directly along the river as you would think. It's mostly bars, so I'm sure it's pretty busy on like Friday and Saturday nights. But then I went back to where my bike was outside of the coffee shop, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready to go yet. So I had looked up, I don't know, I was just kind of exploring online like cool stores in Aarhus. And I had read about Søstre Green, which is basically the Green Sisters, and they didn't have any of their products listed online, but it just looked like a really cool store. So I was like, well, let's go find that. And you walk in, and it's kind of like a stationery store type vibe. That's what you get when you first walk in. And the entrance is not that big. In the very beginning is, the like main room is not that big. But it was super cute. And then there's like a corner, and you go around the corner, and there's another room with like some different things in it. There's a lot of like craft things, toys for kids, and like wrapping paper and stuff. And this thing was never ending. It does not look very big from the outside, but every time you turn a corner, there'd be this another room full of cool stuff. And not that expensive either. Like a lot of stuff, I would expect a store like that to be very expensive, but it's not at all. So then I kept getting more and more excited. As I would turn a corner, there'd be another room, because I was like, oh, the store's so cool, I don't want it to end. And then I had to turn around the corner, and there was an escalator that went up, and I was so excited. I don't know if this is just me or not, maybe I'm a freak, but sometimes when I get really excited about something, I like start to like shake a little and hyperventilate, and I was just like, oh my god, there's another floor. So then I like took a deep breath and went up the escalator, and then it was like going up the escalator, and all of a sudden comes into view a cafe, the Green Sister Cafe, and I was just like, oh my god, this is the best place in the entire world. I didn't go in the cafe because I'd just gotten coffee, and I didn't want to get lunch or anything, but I'm totally going to go soon, and if it's good, which I'm sure it is because it's the most wonderful place on the earth, I'm going to take Mom there. But anyway, then on the second floor there was just like school supplies and pencils and erasers and pens and like all this cool stuff, and there was art supplies and candles, and it was just really, really cool. So then when I did the second floor, I went back downstairs, and there was food, and they had these mini wine bottles that were so cute, and there was tea, and they had like, you know how when you go, sorry, bad angle, I'm just very excited, so I'm like not articulating very well and not doing very well with holding my camera, but you know how when you go into grocery stores and they have those containers of candy, and then you fill the bag to however much you want with whatever candy you want, they have that for tea. So you could just take a little baggie and fill it with as much tea, loose tea, as you wanted, and it smelled so good, and oh, it was so cool. And then, I'm not done. I was just walking around a little bit more, and there's a bookstore chain called Bogue and Eid. Bogue means book. I'm sure I'm not saying it right, but I don't know what Eid means. So there were like 4 of them in the city center, and then there's one in every mall, basically. I've never bought a book there. I bought some cards there when I needed it, but there's this other bookstore in the city center that has a cafe in the bottom that's way cooler. But anyway, I went into a Bogue and Eid that I'd never been in before, and there were a bunch of Denmark souvenirs, which I hadn't seen anywhere. Like, of course I've seen stuff with the Danish flag, but that's more like a Danish thing. Like, at every kind of, confirmation or birthday or anniversary or something, there are Danish flags everywhere, and everyone waves the Danish flag. And so that's all I'd seen. But I went in, and there were all these different Danish souvenirs, so I was really excited to see that, because I've been, I'm gonna need to get things for people before I leave. So now I know where to go, and I like kind of made a mental note of what I wanted to get for certain people. But then I saw this. You're not gonna be able to see it at all. It's an Aarhus memory game. I'm gonna open it. Below? Okay. I'm so excited. It's like places in Aarhus. I haven't been to these places. Here's the forest. City center. I think this might be the Queen's summer home. I'm not sure though. Some food, it's always good. Tivoli, Old Town. I guess something to do with the observatory. What else is there? Oh, right along the river at night. I think this is the opera house or the music house or something, but anyway, there's just like a ton of stuff. Yeah, I was super excited to find it. It's kind of childish, like, and I paid too much for it, but it's just a cool thing, and I'll like be able to take it back and be like, oh yeah, I went there and I went there, and tell people about what is on the tiles and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna put that back together, and then I'm gonna show you what I got at Soester Green. Okay, so the first thing I saw when I walked into Soester Green was this tote bag. It's not like anything super special, but it just, yeah, it says Soester Green. And it wasn't very expensive, and I was like, okay, I'll get that. The first thing I got, which is not super exciting, but is very handy, is some Tupperware. Got 3 different sizes. Yeah, it's not really exciting at all, but on Tuesday I have class from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. and then on Thursday I have class technically only from 1 until 4, but I'm out of the room from noon until like 5 or 5:30 because it takes so long to get to my class. So I've been like buying little snacks or like just surviving on coffee, but yeah, this would be much better. So I can just like throw peanut butter in this little one and then celery in one of the other ones or whatever, or leftovers. Yeah. And then the next thing I got are these 2 little notebooks. I don't know what I'm gonna use them for, but you can always use notebooks, and they were 5 krona, which is less than $1. So I went for it. And then I got some tea candles. They smell really good. I have a bunch of tea candles, but they don't smell. So when I need the scent in the room, I will use those. And then I got, this is boring too, but they're kind of cute, just like chip clips kind of, or clothespins, I guess. And then this, which I didn't see until the very end, otherwise I probably wouldn't have gotten the other bag, but I just got them both. It's just their Soester Green, their slogan, and their logo and stuff. So yeah, I'm clearly very excited about all of this. Yeah, it was a good day. I got some homework done, got some shopping done, spent too much money, but that's okay. I just thought I would give a little update. I went to class today and it was pretty good, and a couple of my friends and I are going to City Center tomorrow because there's part of it that's like we've really never been to before. Like, it's on the other side of City Center, basically. We haven't seen it, so we're gonna go and walk around and get lunch there and have like a study date and whatnot. So that'll be nice. My plans for tonight are just to read. Yeah, I don't have class again until next Tuesday, and it's Thursday, but I just want to get some stuff done so that I'm not super stressed this weekend. So yeah, just gonna do that.
Nah, 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 oh, nah, 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 nah. How we think and take us higher, but I look up to the clowns paid, crazed and acclaimed, and I aspire. They sing, life is a show, updating their things. You hear them all go, nah, 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 yeah. Nah, 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 nah. I'm better than you, nah, 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 nah. Yeah. Nah, 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 nah. And this is the truth. Same star enticing to their game. Girl, you could be the same. The Twitter sphere awaits you, come and play. Life is a show, updating your things. You hear yourself go, nah, 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 nah. I'm better than you. Yeah. And this is the truth. I've got some statues of myself, and I'm going to things my own way. When will the appetite for vanity be fed? Humility is dead. Why can't it be the 70s instead? Oh George, can't you see we're past those golden days, and nothing stays the same? You better learn to love the hallmarks of your age. Life is a show, updating my things. I hear myself go something like, yeah, I'm better than you. Yeah, this is the truth. Oh, well, I've got 3 statues of myself, and I'm going to things my own way. Well, I've got 3 statues of myself, and I even write my favorite songs. Nah, 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 nah. I see him coming round the bend for me again. Riding for my soul across the creek.
This baby is standing on a skull. It's so weird. This is why I don't go to church.
True green lights inside my mind, leaving awake in the moonlight, past the trees and out of sight. I'm going, going, going back home.
Baby with skull, take 2. And here's a baby holding a skull. What time is it? Time to go to church.
Home in me. In the hopeless swamps that push me towards Lazarus.
So it's Friday night now, and I actually had a lot of fun today. Saw part of the city center that I'd never seen before and got to hang out with some cool people, so it was nice. And now I'm going to meet up with some girls, and we're gonna go to Friday bars. And sorry, I keep burping. It's still a concept that's difficult for me to grasp, Friday bars, because like the one we're going to tonight is in this big building, which is more like 4 buildings that are all connected, in Nobel Park, which is where all my classes are. So like during the week I have classes in these buildings, and like people are studying and working and whatnot, and then on Friday it becomes like a party palace, and it's so weird. It's not weird, it's so different from what I'm used to, but it's fun. It's a cool thing that Mark's got going on, and the beer's really cheap, so I can appreciate that. See you later.